What's up, everybody? Welcome. My name is Wade, and we're so happy you're here tonight. We are in the Zoom where it happens. Thank you for being here with us. We are a group of Black women, creatives who gather to share a bit of simple information, a lot of love, and to have some fun for the greater purpose of sustaining our democracy and protecting our communities. We are so grateful to Zoom for providing this platform and tech support to making this evening happen. So tonight, we are focusing on the importance of the census. The census is a short questionnaire that the U.S. government puts out every 10 years. It asks basic information about your household and who lives there. It takes 10 minutes to fill out, and it will impact the next 10 years of your lives. It's important because it determines how much money is spent in our communities. Hospitals, clinics, schools, bus lines, public transportation, and many other key services. It determines who receives resources and who represents us in government. When communities don't complete the census, they are left underfunded for 10 years. Because of misinformation, communities of color, in particular, often don't complete their census, so they don't get the health care, education, and representation in government that they need and deserve for generations. This can create large disparities between our communities. You might be wondering whether it's safe for all communities to fill out the census. Yes, it is safe. It is not a trick. Filling out your census will not bring any smoke to your door. Your census is confidential by law. The information you provide cannot be used for anything other than the census. It cannot be shared anywhere else. There is no citizenship question on the census either. If you have been in this country since April 1st of this year, you should be counted whether you're a citizen or not. Your census can be filled out online at www.my2020census.gov by calling 844-330-2020, by mail if you received a census form in your mailbox. Again, it takes less than 10 minutes to fill out. And as of today, 65% of households have filled it out, and 34% of Black households have not filled it out. But you deserve to be counted. You matter. Please do not be invisible. So at the end of this live reading, please fill out a poll to let us know your plans about how you are going to fill out the census. Okay, that's done. All the homework, that's done. Now, tonight is going to be a live reading. This is not a reboot. This is not going to be every week. We're just going to have some fun with y'all tonight. Okay, we got some wigs and some costumes. Stay tuned. It's going to be a very funny episode of the classic hit show, The Golden Girls, called The Flu, which is very appropriate right now. It's going to be directed by the amazing Gina Prince-Bythewood and produced by the OG herself, Stephanie Lang. Now, let's meet our beautiful and very talented cast. Blanche, your favorite Southern Belle, will be played by none other than the queen herself, Sanaa Lathan. There she go. And Rose will be, what I like to say, reimagined by your favorite Black actress with the curly hair and the hair products, Tracee Ellis Ross. Come on.
Hey, how you
Come
doing?
All right. And one of my favorite TV characters of all time, because she's so shady, Dorothy, will be played by the amazing, the wonderful, the one and only Miss Regina King. There she is. And last but never least, the iconic, the legendary Miss Alfre Woodard will be playing Sophia. Wow, there she goes. I'm your host. I'm your narrator. I'm taking you through this thing. I'm gonna help you get it going. I'm gonna read a few parts too, so stay tuned. But let's do this. But here's the deal. As you know, all our favorite 90s sitcoms, they had a theme song. All right, and this show is no different. There's a theme song, but we want to do what we call the Black version of the theme song. All right. So, Aaron, are your vocals together? Are you ready?
We're gonna go.
Okay, let's get it. Oh, yeah. So here we call you. Thank you for being my friend. Oh, yeah. Hallelujah. Praise Him. Fade in, interior kitchen day. Sophia, it's Dorothy in a dress.
Stand up straight.
I am standing straight.
No, you're not. You're slouching. You're trying to pretend you're not tall. You do it all the time.
I do not.
Yeah, you do. Ever since you changed schools in the 4th grade, and the kids thought you were the substitute teacher.
Blanche enters carrying a dress.
Well, I did it. I finally gave in and bought that dress I've been eyeing for a month.
I thought you were going to wear the silk dress you wore to last year's banquet.
I changed my mind, and I decided too many people would remember it. It was such a stunning shade of green.
The only thing they'll remember is how you fell out of it.
Sophia.
If you ask people of color, half of them will say, flesh tone.
Sophia.
Forgive her, Blanche. Ma's a little irritable. She can't get a date for the banquet.
I'm just being picky. The charity banquet is a big deal. I don't want to just take anybody.
I don't have a date yet either.
Blanche, Devereaux can't find a date?
What?
My only problem is deciding which of my many suitors to flatter with an invitation. After all, this is the social event of the season.
Well, I guess you'll just have to break a few hundred hearts, right, Blanche?
I know. I haven't had to disappoint so many men since Daddy tore it down the treehouse.
Rose enters.
Does anyone know where the aspirin is?
Buffer, time release, or synthetic?
Time release, I guess.
Tablet, capsule, or liquid?
Gee, I don't know. Don't take the one with a childproof cat. You'll die before you get that bottle open.
Honey, aren't you feeling well?
Just a little achy, that's all.
Achy? What kind of achy? Head achy, stomach achy, back achy? What achy?
Dorothy, relax. She probably just has a little cold. She'll be all right.
But I won't. I hear a story about someone getting a cold and I catch one. I am very susceptible. I have low resistance. I have a tendency to be anemic, right, Ma?
You're a hypochondriac.
Well, that too.
Okay.
Rose, stay away from me.
Would you stay still? If you don't let me finish, this dress will never be ready by Saturday.
If I don't stay away from her, I won't need a dress for Saturday. I'll be at home in bed.
Dorothy, don't worry. We'll all be at the charity dinner. This is just an allergy. Believe me, if I were coming down with something, I'd know it. I wouldn't risk getting the rest of you sick.
Oh, you don't have to worry about me. I never get sick. I take very good care of myself. I treat my body like a temple.
Yeah, I protect everyone, day and night.
Oh, sport. Interior living room morning. Rose, Dorothy, and Blanche are on the couch. Come on, costume change. We got to.
Sorry. I feel hard.
I feel cold.
I feel guilty. This is all my fault.
No, Rose, this is my fault. The minute that I knew you were contagious, I should have just thrown your ass out on the street.
Sorry.
I feel terrible. I feel just terrible. My eyes are puffy. My nose is red. My glands are swollen. And I can feel so bad. It still looks so good.
Oh, please.
Sophia.
I can't believe it. Vinny Battaglia, the biggest jerk I know, just turned down my invitation to the charity banquet.
Ma, if he's such a big jerk, why'd you ask him to go in the first place?
Because he's the only guy my age who doesn't wear his pants up to his neck. I hate that. Personally, that's never bothered me. It just looks so painful.
Ding dong.
Ma, would you mind answering that?
Why not? Maybe I'll get lucky. Ugh, who am I kidding? I'd be lucky if I was shacking up with Hal Belafonte.
Sophia opens door to Dr. Richmond. Hello, I'm Dr. Richmond. I'm looking for Dorothy Warner.
I'm Dorothy's mother, Sophia. Thank you for making a house call.
Thank you for paying for my son's braces.
Dr. Richmond, it's a pleasure to meet you, but we were expecting Dr. Harris.
I'm afraid Dr. Harris couldn't make it. His wife was having a baby.
Normally I'd be very happy for him, but right now I could care less. What are you gonna do for us?
Well, why don't you tell me what kind of symptoms you've been having?
Well, I have a fever. My throat is sore. My stomach is upset, and I keep having this recurring dream where I'm being chased by a giant Listerine bottle. And when I open my mouth to scream, all I can do is gargle.
Are you experiencing the same symptoms?
Yes, except in my dream I'm chased by a bottle of Scope.
Let's have a look at you.
You know, you're the first female doctor who's ever examined me. Feels kind of strange.
So what's the verdict?
Well, ladies, the flu is going around, and I'm afraid you all got it.
I told him that 2 days ago. Tell him something new by $250.
Well, how long is this gonna last? 24 hours, 48 hours?
Talking at least a week.
We have a banquet to go to Saturday night. Isn't there some kind of pill you can give us?
Sorry, ladies. You'll just have to wait this one out. Drink plenty of liquids, get lots of rest, and if you don't feel better by Monday, then you should give me a call.
I can't believe it. If modern medicine can come up with cinnamon dental floss, why can't they find a cure for the flu? Why can't they find a cure for the flu? Modern science is overrated. Sometimes home remedies can be much better.
No, you're right, Sophia. When I was a little girl, my mama used to put eucalyptus ointment on my neck and tie a sock around it to keep it warm. Cleared my sinuses out just like that.
My mother used to sing to us and make us gingerbread men.
Really, Rose? I think Dr. Fauci does that before surgery.
Hey, in Sicily, we never went to the doctor. We went to the widow Carabelli. No matter what she had a cure. There was always a line outside her hut. She was best known for this green salve she made to treat ear infections. One day, she gave a batch to Salvador, the village idiot. He misunderstood the directions, and he put it on his linguini instead of in his ear.
I guess when you're an idiot with a hearing problem, you do things like that.
Hey, it turns out it wasn't such a dumb thing to do. The stuff tasted great. At first, it didn't move so well. Salvador decided to market it, and linguini with ear salve on a menu, it doesn't look so appetizing. Well, when he changed the name to pesto sauce, it sold like hotcakes.
Ma, you're making this up.
So what? I'm old. I'm supposed to be colorful.
Interior living room day. A few days later, Dorothy lays on the couch, wrapped in a blanket, and Blanche enters.
Dorothy, where's my heating pad?
How should I know?
Blanche tugs at the cord from under Dorothy's blanket.
Well, if this isn't it, I'd like to know what other electrical appliance you're using under that blanket.
Blanche, you can't have it. I need it. My chest is congested.
What about my chest? It needs heat too.
I don't care about your chest. I just care about my chest.
You're the only one who does.
Sophia enters carrying Dorothy's dress.
Okay, Dorothy, slip this on.
Forget it, Ma. I don't have the strength to stand up.
If you don't try it on now, I'll never finish by Saturday.
It doesn't matter. Who am I kidding? I'm not going to that banquet. None of us are. We'll never be better in time.
Fine. Can I have your date?
Sure, Ma, you can have my date, my dress, my dessert at the dinner. Just leave me alone with my thermometer and the one nostril I can breathe out of.
Rose enters with the mug and look.
Good news, girls. I found my folk medicine book. It has a cure for everything. And I hope it has a cure for cranky. There's a lot of that going around. Cranky. Huh. Hey, would it be called anything else?
Try Blanche.
Now, come on, you two. If we put on a happy face, we'll get better that much faster. You know, my cousin Dennis, he's the perfect example of that. When he was 16, he got his sideburns caught in a hay baler. And it was like,
Shut up, Rose.
Excuse me. I didn't know it was gang up on Rose Day.
I've been cooped up listening to your stupid stories for 3 days now.
You know what? I'm gonna let you two gloomy gusses rain on my parade. I'm just gonna keep on smiling.
Rose, you're as sick as a dog. How can you be so disgustingly cheerful?
It's all a folk medicine book. It has the most wonderful recipes. It's got a wonderful hot toddy recipe. Here, taste.
Oh, Jesus, Rose, this stuff should have had an octane rating.
I know.
Must you do that?
She can't help it. She has to blow her nose. Or is that a banana?
Why, you miserable.
But you two knock it off. It's time for another world.
You can't watch Another World.
Why not?
Because you watched it yesterday.
That's why I need to watch it today, Dorothy, to find out what happens. That's why they always say, stay tuned for the continuing story of Another World.
Oh, too bad, Blanche. Today is my turn to choose, and you're not watching Another World.
Dorothy, you are the meanest sick person I have ever met. And the most unattractive.
Why do we have to watch TV at all? You know, there are plenty of other fun things we can do. Play Scrabble, listen to records, bake cookies. We can't just let this nasty flu get the best of us.
Rose, it's bad enough I can't go to the banquet. Do we also have to participate in a Girl Scout jamboree?
Well, I was just trying to be kind, courteous, helpful.
Well, stop it. I've had it up to here with your cheerful attitude.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah, you think it's easy to be cheerful around you two? You know how many of these stinking hot toddies I've had to drink to keep on a happy face? Well, I am not doing it anymore. I am not speaking to either one of you.
I'm not speaking to you either.
Me either.
Fine.
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 Sophia enters from the hallway.
Great news. I got a date.
Blanche, Rose, and Dorothy storm out to the hallway. Door slam, door slam, the door slam.
Excuse me for trying to live.
Interior kitchen. Hey. Dorothy sits at a table drinking juice. Rose enters, looks in the fridge.
Do we have any orange juice left?
Dorothy pours herself the remaining amount of juice.
No, we're all out.
Enters.
All right. I want an answer and I want it now. Which one of you has been dipping into my big bag of rub?
Okay. And my chest was already completely coated. I did it out of spite because you lost the pre-measured cup to my NyQuil.
I sit at your stupid cup, Rose. And you know why? Because I feel lousy, and being mean to you makes me feel better.
Dorothy Bornak, you go straight to H-E double hockey sticks.
Double hockey sticks, Rose.
Ooh, such language. My ears are burning. You know what
Is
you
that
are?
role play? Yeah, they role play.
First class, all around nerd. Oh, Rose, honey, I didn't mean that. I'm sorry. Lou is making me crazy.
Yes, it's gotten the best of all of us. We've been at each other's throats for 2 days.
Oh, I've been the worst. I hope you two can forgive me.
Let's make a pact. Let's promise to help each other get through this mess.
Would I be too big of a nerd if I asked for a group hug?
Oh, honey, of course not.
Blanche, Dorothy, and Rose hug. Sophia enters.
What are you doing? We're giving each other a group hug. Well, knock it off. The Knicks will get the wrong idea. Oh, by the way, I called Harriet and Carl to cancel your reservations for the banquet.
Thanks, Mom.
She is really disappointed that you aren't forthcoming. I think it was because one of you won the big award. You mean the best friend of the Friends of Good Health Award? That.
What did she say?
Well, it's not what she said, it's what she didn't say. Well, what didn't she say? How the hell do I know? She didn't say it. I read between the lines. No, I didn't. I read between the lines.
I wouldn't be surprised if you won the award, Rose.
You know, Blanche, I bet you're right.
After all, you did participate in the walkathon, bikeathon, and telethon.
And the marathon. But who keeps track? Blanche, I think you have a better chance of winning that award.
Well, maybe you have a point, Rose.
I mean, after all, you worked with the senior citizens, you put in time at the daycare center, and you were a volunteer for you were the volunteer dummy for the fireman CPR class.
That program was my idea too. Maybe I do have a chance to win that award. Outside of you, Rose, who else could it be?
Dorothy. No, Dorothy, please. Why don't you use a handkerchief, Dorothy?
Does anybody remember all the good work I did?
Not really.
I was co-chairman of the committee to raise funds for a new blood mobile. I sold 49 cases of peanut brittle.
And you think selling candy is gonna get you that prestigious award?
Excuse me. I didn't realize that slipping my tongue to every other fireman in the country was the more lofty social achievement.
Well, then, I guess that settles it. I must have won the award. I have to be at that banquet. I'm gonna go call my date.
Rose, if you can still get a date the way you look, you deserve an award.
Why don't you call your date too? Because I would love for you to be there so you can eat your guts out when I accept my award.
Don't worry, I'll be there, but I'll be the one accepting the award.
Exits.
Well, as long as you two are going, I'm going too. I have just as much chance to win as you do.
You have done some good work, Dorothy, but not enough people like you.
Rose exits.
Ma, what do you think? Do I have a chance of winning?
Absolutely. As long as they don't add a swimsuit competition.
Sophia exits. Interior, banquet room, nights. Dorothy, Dave, Rose, and Harold sit at a table.
Doesn't she have the most adorable little sneeze?
That's okay. I didn't want my salad anyway.
Would you like a sucre?
How does that entertain?
No, thank you. I'm still sucking on my Smith brothers.
So, how long have you two been seeing each other?
About an hour. She was supposed to go out with my roommate. The lucky guy came down with pneumonia.
Dave, would you like me to sneeze on your dinner roll?
Dorothy, sweetheart, you sound terrible. Why don't you give your voice a rest? We'd all appreciate it.
Dave laughs. Blanche enters.
Good evening, everyone.
You say it was?
You ladies certainly
I
are.
said, why is that entertaining to you?
Never mind.
Where's your date, Blanche?
Oh, don't you worry. He'll be along shortly. In plenty of time to see me win the best friends of the Friends of a Good Health Award.
Oh, Blanche, you must have a fever. You're hallucinating. I'm gonna win the award.
Sophia enters with Raul.
Sorry we're late. I couldn't find a table, but then I recognized Dorothy's hacking. Anyway, this is Raul.
Pleasure to be here.
Well, it looks Looks like we're all here.
They are. Oh, look at Blanche.
There's my date now. He must be lost. I'll go bring him over.
Blanche exits.
Tell me, where are you from, Raoul?
Yes, it's a pleasure to be here.
Raoul doesn't speak much English. Oh.
Ma, where'd you meet him?
He owns a flower shop next to the dog track. I won big yesterday, so I figured I would treat myself and rent him a tuxedo. You having fun, Raoul?
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here.
He kills me.
Blanche crosses in with Tommy.
I'd like you all to meet my friend, Tommy Cotton. Sit down, Tommy.
Tommy sits.
Tommy's a writer. According to the New York Times, he's the most exciting novelist since Mr. Norman Mailer. We met in the park last week. I was reading his latest book when he came up and offered to autograph for me. We've been inseparable ever since.
Waiter approaches. Hey, Gaga, why do you sit down with the guests? It's time to start the main course.
Come back after dessert.
No.
Do I have to give back $25?
Yes.
That's fair.
Then give me 10 and get out of here.
Tommy gives Blanche $10 and crosses off.
What y'all looking at? All right, well, maybe I don't have a date. Maybe my date took one look at me and said he'd rather die than be seen in public with me. And maybe he's right. Maybe I do look awful. But think about this. I still look better than either of you.
Interior banquet room, an hour later. So after I threw up, I passed out in this tattoo parlor. I woke up the next morning thinking to high heaven, and I got a scorpion tattooed on my belly. I mean, it's nice work. You want to see it?
No!
Dorothy, where'd you find him? He's disgusting.
At least I have a man.
Have one. It sounds like you swallowed one.
The MC approaches the podium.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? It is time to present the Friends of Good Health's Best Friend of the Year Award.
Rose, Blanche, and Dorothy take acceptance speeches out of their purses.
Now, before we go any further, I have an announcement to make. Don Johnson, yes, star of Miami Vice, who was originally scheduled to be here this evening, will be unable to attend.
Come on.
However, the producers of the show were kind enough to send over the clothes he was planning to wear this evening.
The MC displays the clothes.
Girls, before they give out the award, I just want to wish you both the best of luck. I mean, what harm could it do seeing how I know I'm going to win anyway?
Why don't you just shut up?
Why don't you just shut up?
Why don't you just both shut up?
MC.
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. The winner of the Best Friend of the Year award is
All the ladies start to rise.
Miss Sophia Petrillo.
Sophia kisses Raoul and crosses to the podium.
I am very proud to win the Best Friend award. Who would have guessed an old lady with a tin can could raise so much dough? I'd like to thank you all for choosing me as this year's best friend. I'm a very lucky woman. Not only am I surrounded by good friends in my community, I also have good friends at home. Friends who care about me and who care about each other. I count my blessings every day because I have the kind of friends who stand by you through the good and the bad. And when you're lucky enough to have that, I guess you just want to pass it around.
Rose and Blanche all join hands.
And now, if I may say a few words to my friends 75 and older, take a good look at your dates this evening. Now, take a look at mine. Rose, stand up, stand up.
Rose stands up.
That man is half my age. Is he not gorgeous? Let's give both of us a hand.
Girls, I am so sorry.
Oh, so am I.
Oh, me too. Let's have a toast to friendship.
To friendship.
Oh, yeah. Never started from the bottom, now we're right, girl. Oh yeah. This is my part right here. Ooh,
Praise him. Praise Jesus.
What a great time together. That was so much fun, you guys.
Why am I sweating?
I don't know, Regina. This should be like a everyday. This is amazing. Congrats, everybody. That was fun.
Regina gets an Oscar for that sneeze.
I know. Jesus.
But it's really good that we gathered together because of something just vital to all of our communities.
That's right.
I agree. Has everyone in this group filled out their census? Have you guys?
I have.
That's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody
I put mine.
Yeah.
I have a confession to make.
What's that?
I haven't filled my census out yet.
That's okay.
I wanted to do it after, as soon as we're done. It's quick.
It's so quick and no shame. That's the whole point of this. We have until September 30th, but you want to get it done before because, you know, things are getting tricky lately. We don't want to move in that deadline. It takes literally less than 10 minutes.
Okay.
And you just go my2020census.com and you follow the prompts, and they're all really easy questions. As Lena said so eloquently, ain't no tricks.
Ain't nobody gonna bring no smoke to your
No
door.
smoke coming to your door.
Don't worry about your
You know, the
woman.
reason that we have to do it,
If
reason
you
it's so
have like a
important-
cousin or a niece or a nephew or anybody like that living with you, include them.
yes.
20 people in the other room right now.
That's
Okay.
right. You know what happened? No, in COVID, when people got sick and they had to go 3 hours to a clinic or a hospital, that's, if you get counted, that determines the $1.3 trillion in federal funds that's dispensed to everybody. And if you don't get counted, that costs your community $2,300. So you need bus lanes, you need trains, you need hospitals, schools. That's why the people, you know, the people in the nice areas, they're like sending their census in right away. And all of that money keeps going to them. Well, let me just talk to you, my people. I'll tell you who is undercounted. Communities of color, Black, brown, indigenous, Pacific Islanders, y'all, you know, because we have a history of being kind of duped by the government now and then. But this is totally solid. Is it not, Tracee? Yes, it's solid. And also there's a lot of misinformation out there, and that's on purpose. They're trying to dissuade you and make you think that it's scary. It's not. None of the information that you fill out in your census can be used for anything other than the census. And that there's like a fine of something like $250,000 if it's used incorrectly. And it is lock and key under, you know, it's safe, that information is safe. No citizenship questions. No citizenship questions, and it's so important. Wait, Regina, go ahead.
I just want to make sure we give them that census information again. Are we gonna throw a card up there or something?
Yes,
a lot of people don't have broadband, so that number is really important.
There's also a phone number, and wait, I feel like I can get it for you right now.
844-2020. 330.
Hold on, watch this. Somebody. Hey, anybody watching?
Yes, that's it. It's 844-330-2020.
There it is.
That number, if you don't have, well, if you know someone who doesn't have broadband.
Yeah, call all of your kinfolk in the rural areas, anywhere you know, because, you know, 40 to 50% of America does not have access to broadband. So call all the people, you know, you guys, this is serious because it only happens once in 10 years. And only 65% of households have said it. One census per household, but another 10 years, you can't afford to do that. Come on, LGBTQI community, AI. Last time, those communities didn't pipe up because you thought that they could use against you. Never in the history of census being taken. And my great grandfather
was in the 1870 census. Nobody has ever been able to use that against you. So come on, everybody, we got to do it. They keep moving it up because they don't want you to be counted.
Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. We appreciate you. You could have been anywhere in the world. You came here and kicked with us tonight. This was amazing. This is what we can do when we come together. Again, unity is our greatest weapon against oppression. Let's always remember that. Be kind to each other, love on each other, and fill out that census, please. It is for your own good. Thank you, everyone. Sanaa, Tracee, Regina, Miss Alfre. Thank you, Gina Prince Bikewood. Shout out to my team, Crystal, Lakeisha, and Rishi. Shout out to Homegrown Films, Stephanie, Elaine, the OG that brings all together. Just appreciate y'all for joining us tonight, and we got more for y'all to come, so stay tuned, all right?
Hey, brother, Jesse.
Thank you, Jesse Williams. I don't know if we didn't see him, but
There he is.
Jesse, come on. Come on,
Thank y'all for being my friend.
man, with a Coogi sweater on. I feel like this is what's happening. I don't see him.